One of the more difficult things to remove a spine tick from is a modern cardstock cover. There's a couple of different versions of them, that, like a few, in fact. There's the hologram ones, there's the sort of metallic ones, and then there's the just the regular cardstock. And you approach them a little bit differently. It's almost impossible to remove all of the spine ticks, but you can sort of lessen the damages. And I want to talk about this beautiful Catwoman 71 Frank Cho cover. A friend of mine wanted me to take a look at for him. This great book, and this was the cover with, famously, I think, semi-famously, with a Bic pen Frank Cho drew. It's a great cover. Love it. Absolutely love it. But it's got some spine ticks. And so here's what some of them look like. Here's this one, by her hands. It's not terrible, but it's present. And then we have, a couple more further down. Her arms there. You can see these. And then lastly, we have this bottom corner. Looks like it was possibly dropped. I don't know, but maybe. And this looks like it took some shock here. And, we're not going to be able to do any miracles with this, but we can lessen it. And the way we do it is we put a very small amount of moisture with a Q-tip on this on the outside, because it's more effective on the outside than the inside. And I'm talking, when I say small, I mean the Q-tip is not even wet to touch your fingers. We take a tacking at a lower temperature, it's about 125 degrees, and we work at it, sometimes mostly with a figure 8, and sometimes if it's really being stubborn, just back and forth motion. And then we'll do some before and after and take a look. So I hope you enjoy the video. So I'm just dabbing. When I say I'm getting it wet, I'm talking amounts of water that are barely visible. I put a teeny bit too much on here just for the sake of display. It just means I have to work harder to get it out so you can see where I put the spots of water. But normally you can barely see these. It's okay to put a little extra. It's just more work to get it out of there. But you don't want to have to do the work, if you don't want to. Now, see silicone paper with the shiny side down.
This here, just like
take this tacking iron. This one's a cooler one. It's only about 125 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll see me going back and forth here. And I like to do figure 8s. In this case, I decided to go more back and forth because figure 8 is hard to get them out with the thicker covers. You can see me working it. There we go. And it's more of the same. I might just kind of speed this up so you don't have to watch me do this for a long amount of time. And you do it until the paper starts to dry, at which point it's not pliable and you're not getting any more spine tick removing action out of it. And so the rest of it is pretty much the same with some patience. Here we go. I'm just going to speed through this so you can see this happen. I'm doing this until it dries and working my way up and down the spine ticks as I observe them here. And don't be ashamed to do this a second time if you really need to. But thanks to the magic of fast forwarding, we are almost done. Now again, we don't expect any miracles. You're still going to be able to notice that there were some spine ticks. If you worked at it a long time, you might be able to get rid of them completely, but here are some before and after shots. This is the first one here. You take a moment to check this out. And it wasn't that bad. This is the middle one, and it looks better. They're not quite lined up, but you can see I circled them here. You can see that they're still there a little bit. Not gone completely, but you kind of have to look for it, right? Then this is the worst part. This is the bottom one, and I really could not do a whole lot here. I think if I went at this a long time and kept doing it, a few days in a row, I'd probably have better luck, but not so far. So that's how you do it. That's how I do it anyway. And this is the book. It looks pretty good. It's not great, but it's not terrible. I love Frank Cho's work, always have, so happy to see this, especially the mad respect for doing that with the Bic pen. But also I want to say that if it has a foil cover, I'll do one of those once I get one with some spine ticks in it. You do the same thing, but you do it from the inside out. So you want to get it damp on the inside and then work it the other direction. It's limited because you're not applying pressure directly where the spine tick is. But if you work on the foil itself, it can discolor and even crack, so you don't want to do those directly. tiny bit of moisture, work it from the inside. I'm sure I have some here, and I'll work them from the inside to give you that example as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't say this a lot, but like and subscribe to this video if you enjoy following this channel. Take care. Bye-bye.